Hello everyone, and welcome to the Commander's Forge. My name is Andy Bentley, and I am a disappointed Bushi. I know we'll get into that in a second. The Commander's Forge is an area for me to talk about Magic, Commander, and anything else that I feel like I need to talk about. And today it's going to be a complaint. So without further ado, let's just kind of get into it. I am not a fan of the samurai that we have seen so far spoiled for Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, except for one. And I'll get into the one right now. The one samurai that actually looks interesting is Goro Goro, Disciple of Ryusei. 1 in a red for a 2/2 legendary goblin samurai. You can pay a red and creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. And you can pay 3 red to create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. Activate only if you control an attacking modified creature. Now let's talk about modified real quick. Modified means anything you've added to a card. Essentially equipment, auras, anything like that makes it a modified card. So instead of saying like it has to be equipped or enchanted, it can be either or. Now let me talk about why I don't like a lot of the samurai that have been shown so far. And we'll get into my biggest disappointment in a moment. Let's look at Peerless Samurai. 2 in a red for a 2/3 human samurai with Menace. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, the next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less to cast. The key word there is whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone. That seems to be the samurai mechanic that replaced Bushido. And to say that it is underwhelming is an understatement. I am an aggro player. Samurai are in aggro colors. Why would I only want to swing with one creature at a time to get a benefit? Okay. Moving on. We're going to talk about, well, let's just say it's not the Yamazaki I wanted to see. By any stretch of the imagination. But let's get into it. Heiko Yamazaki, the General, is 3 in a red for a 3/3 legendary creature human samurai with trample. And whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, you may cast target artifact card from your graveyard this turn. I don't think I really need to point it out, but when I said I wanted an update to the Brothers Yamazaki, this is not anywhere near what I had in mind. And I just... So far, I know we're only a few days into spoilers, but like, yeah, it's not jiving. Asari Captain is 3, a red and a white for a 4/3 human samurai with haste. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+0 to end a turn for each other samurai or warrior you control. Like, it's so close to being okay. Like, you couldn't give the creature first strike? It just... Ryu Storm's Edge is 2, a red and a white for a 3/3 legendary human samurai with first strike. And whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, untap it. If it's the first combat phase of the turn, there is an additional combat phase after this phase. Woo! You finally found a way to get around only attacking with one creature that turn. Needless to say, I am underwhelmed with the samurai in general. Let's see. What else? The other ability that we've seen so far with samurai is channel. We do have a Sunblade Samurai for 4 and a white. It's a 4/4 enchantment creature human samurai with vigilance. It has channel for 2 generic. Discard it. Search your library for a basic plains card. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. Then shuffle, and you gain 2 life. So it's a white rampant growth. Cool. Well, at least the ninjas are still cool. I just want to throw out there, like, I am absolutely stoked for this set. I am. I really am. There's a lot in here that I already absolutely love. But samurai were the one creature type that I was really hoping to get some support in this set, considering ninjas already have a lot of other support, and it's just not happening. Not happening at all. So far. Who knows? Perhaps things will change over the next several days. But for now, this is where I'm going to leave this. And I'll be back after a short break. Welcome back. Now, a little peek behind the curtains. I recorded this podcast on 2 separate days. And I did that because I wanted to see what new spoilers would come out in between when I started recording and now. So let's kind of jump into some more disappointments, shall we? First up, we have Norika Yamazaki, the Poet. 3 and a white for a 3/2 legendary human samurai with vigilance. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, you may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard this turn. I don't want to spend too much time here. Both of the new Yamazakis are an insult to the original Brothers Yamazaki, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Now, I will say, for the most part, the samurai, very disappointing on like a fundamental level. But they're not all bad. And let me just kind of iterate why. Gorogoro, Disciple of Ryusei, is 1 and a red for a 2/2 legendary goblin samurai. You can pay a red to give creatures you control haste until end of turn, and you can pay 3 red to create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. You can activate only if you attacked with a modified creature. Modified meaning they were either equipped or enchanted with an aura or had counters on them. This doesn't necessarily care about samurai, but it is a samurai that I think is good. and it's just... I can see him being expensive because a 2-mana 2/2 that if you play on 3 can give itself haste. I'm pretty sure it's going to see a lot of standard play. But it's one of the samurai I'm actually looking to pick up. And then we did finally get our Mardu Samurai. Well, let me just get into it. Ishin, Two Heavens is one, is a 3/4 legendary human samurai for a red, a white, and a black. So Mardu, which is what I wanted. I wanted a Mardu Samurai that would tie the old set Samurai and the new set Samurai together. This does not do that. He says, if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control the trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So, he's not the Mardu Samurai I wanted, but I guess he's the Mardu Samurai I deserved. And I'm going to be a menace with him. And I'm going to build a hyper aggro Mardu deck that nobody is going to like me for, and it's going to be Wizard's fault. That's how I'm viewing this. It's just... I don't know. I do still really like the set overall. I'm just highly disappointed with the samurai. Yeah. But, again, this isn't just samurai. There are a lot of ninjas in the set that I'm actually really excited for. Not that ninjas really needed all that much help, but Nashi, Moon Sage's Scion, is 1 black for a 3/2 legendary rat ninja. It has ninjutsu for 3 and a black. And whenever Nashi, Moon Sage's Scion, deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of each player's library. Until end of turn, you may play one of those. If you cast a card this way, pay life equal to its mana cost rather than paying its mana cost. I know I'm stumbling a lot right now. I did not sleep the greatest last night. Nashi is the adopted son of Tamio. And we're not going to get into that again. But yeah, it just... fun card, does fun stuff. I don't know how often you would see him as a commander, because the only commander with ninjutsu that works from the command zone, well, we're not going to get into her. But I can see this being fun in, I don't know, maybe a low to the ground Dimir unblockable deck. I don't know. Either way, just fun ninja stuff because we can't have fun samurai stuff. And, yeah. At this point, everyone already knows about the lands, Seiju, and all that jazz. They all look decent. Seiju looks to be the most powerful of them. And, yeah. I did want to talk about the Roadside Reliquary, though. It's an uncommon land that taps to add a colorless, or you can pay to it, tap it, and sacrifice it to draw a card if you control an artifact, draw a card if you control an enchantment. I actually kind of want to slot this into Tasigur, my lands deck. I don't know how many artifacts I actually run in that deck, but the ability to just always have a little extra card draw is not bad. But yeah, so this is probably the last episode I'm going to talk about cards coming out with the set, even though there is still, a week of spoilers to go. If anything notable comes up, I'll talk about it. But moving forward, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled stuff because it's not like anybody listens to this anyways. So yeah, that'll do it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening. All of my links can be found in my link tree in the description below. I would like to thank Ian Foss and Cody Mulpey of the band The Crypt for allowing me to use music for my opening and ending, along with Nate and Erica Jacobs for making my original logo. And I would also like to thank Christina McNichol for creating my new logo. And I'll see you next time.